Hey everybody, thanks for watching. So like you saw in the thumbnail, I'm going over this Blackhawk long range assault kit. I'm pretty excited about it. I'd never seen one or even heard of it until I found one on Facebook Marketplace. So you're gonna get the details on that. Before we get going, I wanna thank the Gear Reference for his video. Very good, very detailed. This video is probably going to be very similar, except mine will be in English and his is not, but I'll link it, I think, up there anyway. You should go watch his. It's good information. So hang out, we'll play the intro video, I guess. I'll be back real quick. I just gotta run over to the bank to make a withdrawal. This video brought to you by Holler Roast Coffee. Not because Nicole gives me money, but because it's cold out here and I'm drinking it. Anyway. So like I said, this is the Blackhawk long range assault kit. There was kind of an evolution of gear going on in the 90s and the early 2000s. And this is a cool part of it, which I think is super interesting. Some of the things that make this interesting is that all of these pouches are sewn in. The butt pack that you'll see in a little bit is removable, but all of the pouches are sewn in. Like, this is a unit. This thing, from what I understand, is either designed for or at least heavily used by dudes like those Navy SEALs that are doing a bunch of long range stuff. It's got some flotation pads in it, so if you were going through water, that would kind of help out. And these pouches that we have on either side here, really big. I believe they fit 200 rounds of 7.62 ammo. So I guess I'll get into it. Starting with the harness. Well, and I guess this pouch right here, not part of it. This is just a grenade pouch that I keep my compass in. All right, so starting with the harness, this particular version has some molly loops up on the harness. This is actually very similar to the Eagle Industries H harness that I have, like very, very similar. I would bet this one came first and then the H harness, but I mean, everybody was copying each other's homework. Okay, so harness, molly loops, you've got 3 pieces of webbing coming down on each side. I'm not really a fan of the way they do this, but it works. Larger webbing in the back, no molly or nothing on the back, so you can't run like a hydro carrier attached. This did also have an elastic strap with a buckle. Apparently that's for attaching fins, but this is the Ozarks and I don't have fins, so I took that off. But if you have fins, maybe you should just use that. Okay, so both sides very similar, not totally symmetrical, which is another one of the things that I find super interesting about this rig. Magazine pouches, 2 of them on either side. 2 of them on either side. Each one holds 3 P-mags a piece, so you can run 12 magazines. In mine, I have the SOE Med pull-out tray. So right now I have 9 AR mags. Just like pretty much any other triple AR mag pouch, these will hold 308 magazines. In this case, I have some 308 AK mags, 20 rounders, and those fit just fine too. So whatever it is you got that would fit in a 3 AR mag pouch, they will fit in these because they're 3 AR mag pouches. Okay, moving along my left side. On this side, you have the big drum pouch. Now these are tall enough to fit 40 round magazines, which I think is pretty cool, and wide enough to fit 6 of them. So if you're into 40 round magazines, like big time, this is a pretty good rig. And these are made for, like I said earlier, 200 rounds of 308. One other thing to add, this is the rifleman version of this rig. There is also a gunner version of this rig, as seen in the gear reference video, that has 100 round drum pouches instead of rifle mag pouches. All right, back to the drum pouches. So on the left side, we have this here pouch with a small tab and a little bit of Velcro and a snap for some reason. And in it, I have some small binoculars. So that's handy. You can put whatever it is in there. I had a compass in there earlier. You could put a couple of Cliff Bars, some snacks. I'm sure a 20 round magazine would fit in there just fine if you needed even more magazines. Another thing with these magazine pouches is the ones in the front are Velcro only, but the next two are Velcro and then also have a Fastex buckle. Why? Good question. On the other side, it's a little bit different. So on the front of the drum pouch, you have another pouch that is allegedly for a flashlight, because in the early 2000s, flashlights had that big bell on the front. So it's got this little split in it. I'm using that for my cat tourniquet pouch. So on top of this drum pouch, we have another pouch. It is different from the other one for some reason. Has a longer Velcro only pull tab, and it is actually the perfect size for one of them Baofeng radios with the extended battery, like you can get from my friend Evan at Radio Made Easy. Link in the description. So you got a sternum strap, you got two buckles in the front. Those are adjustable, so if you're a big feller, you can adjust that out or back in. And also, the back is adjustable. The back is adjustable here on either side of the butt pack. You can adjust it in or out. I've got mine all the way in, or you can take the butt pack all the way off, and there are more buckles here on the sides of the rig to reattach the back of the harness right here without the butt pack. So this butt pack, it's a little on the small side, but it works. It has these two flare pouches on either side if you've got flares, but I don't. So instead what I have is a 40 round AR magazine that fits perfectly into these things. Again, if you're into 40 rounders like this is the rig. And on the other side, I have the full like military issue rifle cleaning kit. Inside this thing, on the very top, I have my military poncho. It's got these two straps on the inside. I think they might be intended for a claymore. Maybe just holding a jacket or a poncho, and mine's holding a poncho. You got a pretty big storm flap like you would expect on pretty much any butt pack, and there's still more room in here. I have a MRE and a Shemagh with room to add more if I felt. I don't want to breeze over these Canteen pouches. These are really tall, very spacious, mesh on the bottom, big grommets on everything else so that water would come right out. Again, this is intended to be used around water. Very tall Canteen pouches. One of very few pouches that I have that, if I can do it with one hand, will fit my Grail GeoPress. Now, if it were this cold and I were going to be out for a while, I would not bring this because I don't want the filter to freeze. But if you have one of these and you haven't been figuring out, you haven't been able to find a good way to carry it, it fits in these, which is badass. Also on the bottom of the Canteen pouches, they have this, I guess, like smoke pouch, not smoke pouch, this smoke grenade loop that seems like it would not be very good for holding anything, but it's there. So So that pretty well covers the Blackhawk LRAK, the Long Range Assault Kit. I'm pretty excited about having this thing. It's very interesting to me, and as I use it some more, I'll probably check in and give you guys some updates. Oh, and if you are wondering how this thing rides over top of a plate carrier, you can check out this video right here, unless it's over there, of a hike I did a couple of weeks ago where I wore this over top of my defense mechanisms plate carrier. Not gonna spoil it. Go ahead and check out that video if you want to know how those two things played together. All right, I have had enough of this being out in the snow bullshit for right now, and the sun's shining in my fucking eyes. I'm gonna go back inside. I hope you guys have a great day.